We'll further the conversation. A while ago, we just spoke with the MD CEO of Action Microfinance, where he did emphasize and elaborated a few of the concerns that players within this sector are facing. Let's know, just in case you have further points you want to highlight in terms of challenges that have bedeviled entrepreneurs in Nigeria.
Thank you so much. Okay, so actually doing business in Nigeria presents a lot of challenges which affects local entrepreneurs. And some of these challenges include infrastructure deficiencies. So as we know, there's a prevalence of epileptic power supply, and this frequent power outages and unreliable electricity supply increase the operational costs for businesses, as they have to tend to rely on generators and other devices that increase their costs. Also transportation, poor road networks, congested ports, and inefficient public transport systems hinder the smooth movement of goods and services. I mean, we all know, we're in the rainy season, and just yesterday I was, watching a video. It was tragic around the trade fair area. The flood was immense. It was difficult for people to move. Mobility was virtually impossible, and a lot of us have been seeing all these type of videos due to the poor road network and inefficient transportation systems that hinder the smooth movement of goods and services in Nigeria. So we also have regulatory and bureaucratic hurdles. So there are a lot of complex regulations in Nigeria that bedevil the SME sector, and access to finance is also a thing. So there are very high interest rates. I think it was Dangote that was speaking this week, and he was saying that at interest rates of 30%, that these high borrowing costs and stringent lending criteria will make it very difficult for businesses, especially small and medium enterprises, to access finance. Then security concerns. Of course, we don't have to go into detail about the insurgency in the Northeast and the terrorism, kidnapping, banditry. All these things affect both local and foreign business operations. I mean, a prominent CEO of a business in Nigeria got kidnapped just here in Lagos, I think at Falomore Bridge. This was barely 2-3 weeks ago, and then I think the kidnappers demanded, I think, $100 million. He eventually got released, but you can imagine stories like this will make it very difficult to attract credible foreign investors into the country. Then there's also the scourge of political and economic instability. So policy inconsistency. I don't need to talk about inflation, the high inflation rates and the unstable currency exchange rates. They all impact business planning and profitability. Then unique to Nigeria, there's a phenomenon called institutional voids. So these institutional voids speak to the legal and judicial challenges of doing business in Nigeria. It's difficult to enforce contracts in Nigeria, and this undermines business agreements and can also deter people from making investments. So in summary, I mean, there are quite. I won't go on and on, but looking at the market conditions.